Hi team, I want to go over a few simple tips or ideas on ways to follow up on passing out your books and following up. The last video I did was following up on how you look at what your customers have ordered, and that way you can see if they need to replenish anything, that kind of thing. Now I want to go over maybe another way to do it, and that's following up who you have given books to. Um, if you give out books, but yet you don't follow up, that can be a wasted resource. And we want to make the most of whatever we're putting in. And whether you're doing it by a physical book or a digital book, either way, you need to follow up on that. I get catalogs all the time in the mail. Sometimes I see stuff that I would like to order. Um, do I always remember? No. If someone were to call me up and say, hey, Margie, did you get that brochure that I sent you? Or remember I gave you that brochure last week? Did you see anything you wanted? I could say, yeah, I meant to call you and I wanted to order that shirt, or I wanted to order that pan set, or whatever it was. But sometimes you forget and you mean to, and then by the time you look back at it, you're like, oh, that's got to be old, and you just toss it and you never get anything out of it. So following up is another form of customer service. So I want to give you a couple three ideas on how to do this and for it not to be overwhelming, because the simpler the process, the more likely you are to do it. So I did get this off of one of our other leader sites, Teresa. She had made this out and she follows it paper-wise. She likes to go paper. Some people do. If you have a printer and would like to, I'm going to put this up on the team page and I'm going to include it in the next newsletter. That way everybody has access to it. And even if you don't use this, you can use it as a guide and then put it into a notebook. It can be as simple as a dollar notebook and you just keep track there. But basically what's on here is you're going to put the name and phone number of your client over here. And then she has put in, and you can do this however you'd like. She puts in the name, phone number, email. Then what she's going to do is she has columns where she puts the campaigns. We have 26 campaigns. So she has 26 spots here. She puts in there either a B if she gave them a book, or she'll put in there no order, because it looks like she tracks her orders too. Say if they get a book, then the order goes right above. So she tracks orders and books. You can track both, or you can just track who has books. And that way you know which campaign they have a book for, how long that book is good for, and we know that prices have not been changing a whole lot. So unless there's some super duper deal or a free gift with purchase, most likely the price has not changed. So books last longer than what they used to. They're not changing up as much as before. But go ahead and mark what customers got what books. And, for me, if they order, they're automatically going to get the next book because I put it in with their order so that they have the next book. You can do it on paper form, and then it's easy enough to just check it off, write their names, which campaigns they've gotten books. It will also give you an idea if it's been a while since a customer's had a book. Hey, I need to get that customer a book, whether it be digital or by hand, paper or digital. Both ways work, but keep track of who you're sending them to, who you're handing them to. It is very important to try to keep that in mind. So I'm going to put this on the team page, and you can look at it and see how you want to tweak it so that it works for you. Because some things you may not care about, other things, and there might be, you may want to say B for book and D for digital book. That way you know whether you've given them handed them a book or if they are preferring digital. That way you can ask your customers, Would you like to go digital? Some people don't mind. So absolutely, if you can go digital, save that money, go digital, and just give them that. I am going to share the screen. I've said it before, if you're new to my team, I have a mess. My handwriting is atrocious. If I send you a handwritten note, you will see what I'm talking about, but just know that it's sent with love. But my handwriting is bad. I don't like to do a lot by my writing. So I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to show you what I use to for mine. So I use an Excel spreadsheet, and you can take ideas off of mine, and then also make it yours. Now mine, I break it up into helpers. I have started my new for this year. I do this yearly, so I start it fresh with the new year. So this is the new year. Helpers, that's, of course, they're going to get like 2 to 3 each, depending on how many people that they're sharing out in their offices. I only have one helper at the moment, just because it has really gone down on, people being at work. Everybody's working virtual. I have one helper left. Cross fingers that I keep her. But so far I only have one real helper left. And that's somebody, like I said, that will take it to their place of business for you, collect the orders, give you the orders. They come and give you the money, and then you place the order, give it back to them, and then they distribute. I give them a discount on their orders because they're doing the work, and that way they can get their Avon for a discount or free. And then I go down here and I list out who ordered from me and what brochures that they have received from me, and I will go on all the way over there. And as my customers order this year, I will add their name into the list. I have a lot more customers to this, but I haven't added in my digital customers, which I just thought about doing. So that's one new thing that I'm going to do also. I'm going to track those digital, because these are all hand delivered, which I've cut back a lot on. And but I'm going to do digital. So there are some quick ways to be able to track it. You can put even notes in your customer's thing. Do you have a cell phone? Do they prefer a text, an email, or a phone call? What do they prefer to work with? You can put that in your notations. Here on the one that she has, she delivers on this, so she says deliver after 7 p.m. That was that customer's preference. So you can put little notes in there also, saying what kind of the relationship you have with that customer, because as your customer list grows, you will forget. As much as I want to say I know every one of my customers, I do know their names, I do recognize them, but I don't remember a full list of everything they order, and I also don't remember what samples I give them. So I am thinking about going ahead and putting in what samples I give. Maybe putting, I don't know, I'm going to figure that out. I will let you know as I work that out. But even tracking samples so that you can follow up on those samples that you're giving. I kind of know right now by campaign, because if the front of the campaign had on belief, they would have got a belief sample. So I kind of go with that right now, but I might tweak it some more. But anyway, let me know if this helps. I hope it does. And just follow up and get the most you can out of your time, because like I said, if you hand out a digital or a paper brochure and don't follow up on it, that's just wasted time or money. And we are not here to do that. We're here to make money. So y'all, happy selling. We're going to get this done. Let me know if you have any questions.